Hi there. What's stopping you from either starting your book or finishing it? Could it possibly be the fear of failure? Or maybe it's the fear of success? If you want to learn more about this and how it can be a barrier to your writing success, then keep listening or watching this video. Hi there. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Lisa Oliver. I'm keeping this really short, but I'm an paranormal author and have been for the last 8 years. I'm self-published. I make a living at it. And if you want to know more about me, just YouTube me or Google me or go on Amazon and find me, because there's plenty there to find about me. But for those of you who are really looking for some help in why you either are struggling to write your first book or you're struggling to finish your first book, today I want to talk about the impact of the fear of failure or success, which are both as damaging as each other. Starting a book is a scary prospect. It can be exciting. You've probably spent a lot of time thinking about it. If you're a plotter, you've probably plotted it all out. You know where each chapter's going to go and everything else like that. But then when it comes to actually writing your book, for some reason, there's always something that crops up. You know, you'll be thinking, right, okay, I haven't had time this week because of X, Y, and Z has been happening, but I'm determined. I'm going to all afternoon on Saturday afternoon and I'm going to start my book. And then something happens. Aunt Jenny needs you to shift the TV. Somebody is going to watch somebody else at a sports game. I know I suck at examples, but then I sit at home and write, so that's why. But for whatever reason, Saturday afternoon comes and goes and your book hasn't been started or finished, because this can apply to those who have been plodding along on the same manuscript for months or even years and they haven't finished it yet. And perhaps one of the reasons you might want to consider why these life happens things keep happening is because maybe you are scared of what will happen, either once you start writing or when you finish your book. We'll deal with the start writing first. There are countless people, possibly 80% of the population, who, if you ask them, well, let's not say of the population, let's narrow it down a bit more than that. I guarantee if you asked roughly 100% of your friends, at least 50%, maybe 80% of your friends would all say that they had an idea for writing a book. You know how when you go along and you tell them, oh yeah, no, I'm keen. Oh, I've got this really good idea for a book. It is amazing. Astounding, the number of people who have got a really good idea for a book. But it never gets written. And there's all sorts of things. They say, oh, they haven't got the time. There's a video up there. Click that one. That'll tell you how to get more time. They've got too many commitments. Check out the time video. There's all sorts of reasons why, for whatever reason, they haven't started their book. And success is a really weird thing. When you spend a long time dreaming about what it would be like to write a book, dreaming of, spending those hours and hours alone writing it, dreaming of holding a finished paperback in your hands, that can be really, really exciting. But the fact of the matter is there's an awful lot of work goes into writing a book before it gets to that stage. And maybe, just maybe, while you keep thinking about doing it, talking about doing it, dreaming about doing it. You don't have to face what might happen if you don't do it. And the same thing applies if you have started writing your book, but you haven't finished it. You keep going back and tweaking it. You keep thinking, oh, it needs more. And for some reason, those words, the end, are as about elusive as the tooth fairy when you're wearing false teeth. And a lot of that can be due to the fear of failure. As somebody who has written over 80 books so far in 8 years, and I'm still going strong, I can guarantee you that feeling when you put the book out doesn't get any easier no matter how many times you've done it. Every single time I put a book out, I worry that my readers are not going to like it. They're not going to like my characters. There'll be something that I've written in it that they will find offensive or they just can't handle, or for whatever reason. And I like to think I am one of the least offensive people I know. But besides, I still worry every single time without fail that my book is going to flop, that nobody's going to buy it. And for me, that means I'll be homeless because, my writing money I earn from the royalty from my books pays my mortgage, buys my foods, put petrol in my car, pays my power bill and my internet. I live on my writing. So if for some reason it stopped, I'd be trying to work out how long I could effectively stay at each one of my 3 children, and could I just couch surf forever before they noticed I actually didn't have a home to go back to. I don't want to do that, and that's terrifying to me, but I still finish my books and I still put them out there. You kind of got to give yourself a push. This isn't any fancy-dancy counseling information or anything else like that. If you do have serious issues with the fear of success or failure, then definitely I would seek therapy for it because it can be crippling. But when you're a writer, it is something that you need to push past. And the easiest way of doing that is to know that when you've finished your book, you can start your next one, which is exactly what I do. One of the videos I'll be doing this week is because, I finished Loki. Yay, finished Loki. Going to start a new book because that's what you do. You just keep going. You write a book to the best of your ability. Well, getting started kind of helps. That Saturday afternoon, you really don't need to go out with your friends because you said you were going to write. So sit down on your butt and open that Word document or whatever you're using and start writing. But then you write and you finish and you don't tweak. Video for that up there as well. Okay? And you get to the end and then you pass it off to the editors. Then you start the next one and the next one and the next one after that. Because the most effective way to counteract the fear of failure or success is to let go of the outcome when you put your book out. Do not read your reviews and just keep writing the next book. And then one day you will look up, you will look around, and you'll realize you've done it. Congratulations. If you found this at all helpful, on this channel, I do a lot of work in writing books, marketing books, self-publishing books, because I make my living at it. And I think it's the most amazing way to live. Sitting at home, not necessarily in my PJs, but You know, you can't see what I've got on my bottom half. Just having fun with my stories and knowing that my stories, having that confidence, that knowing that my stories will make at least one person smile. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I still have those fears too. And you know what? That's okay, because I just keep writing. And I tend to forget about those fears then. It's the easiest way of dealing with it. But anyway, I am digressing. If you did like this, please hit the like and subscribe, because honestly, it really seriously does help my channel. And this is, I was sort of determined this year was going to be my success on YouTube. So what are we now, in our 5th month? I just got to keep going. Incidentally, if anybody was noticing, I haven't had a cigarette since the 5th of January either. So let's keep going with that as well. But hit like and subscribe, please. And don't forget, hug the ones you love. And why don't you drop me a comment and let me know how your writing journey's going. Until the next video, bye.